Hello and welcome to another episode of Fanboy Talks. Today we've got a bunch of really cool news stories. Of course, my name is Vaughn Hyde. You guys can follow me outside the show at Hyde Legion. If you want to talk about anything, hit me up on Twitter and just be like, hey, I don't know. Can't think of anything funny to say. I'm really not good at improvising. Chase says I should take an improv class so I can stop ruining his jokes, but it's kind of my purpose in life. As well as, if you guys hear a shitload of wind chimes in this video, it's because it's fucking windy outside and one of my neighbors decided to have the loudest wind chimes on earth. So yeah, get ready for that. For our first story, we've got Bethesda responds to possible Rage 2 leak by Walmart. So if you guys have not heard about this yet, Walmart Canada recently put up a bunch of different SKUs for a bunch of different video games, and a lot of people are taking this seriously because not only does it include several SKUs for games that have already been confirmed, like The Division 2 and the new Soul Calibur, but it also includes several games that were not already, basically that weren't already known. So you got like Rage 2, Just Cause 4, Gears of War 5, and a lot of people are speculating as to what exactly is true about this. But the interesting thing of note in this whole situation is Bethesda's kind of, in a way, not only fucking with Walmart Canada, but also fucking with just everybody that's excited for Rage 2. It seems like they really took this and ran with it. Immediately, they critiqued Walmart Canada's listing for this. They're like, oh, they circled it and they were like, wrong font, and they put basically the anarchy symbol all in pink paint, and they were like, incorrect key art and all sorts of stuff. And after that, we also had Bethesda, the actual Bethesda Twitter account reply, and they just said dude, which was just so weird. And then Pete Hines came out of the fucking woodwork and was like, this is why we can't have good things, or this is why we can't have nice things. And I just think it's all hilarious that, I mean, it seems to really be happening, or Bethesda and everybody is just fucking with us for no reason. They just think it's hilarious. They recently put out a new kind of update to it where they put up a new picture of a rocket launching off into like pink smoke, essentially, that possibly hints toward a May 15th announcement date for Rage 2, which seems really interesting. I mean, it seems like a thing. It might actually happen. I mean, wait for a video next week where we might talk about how fucking Rage 2 was confirmed, or Bethesda just tricked the shit out of a bunch of games journalists and fans of Rage, which is kind of a fucked up joke when you really think about it, because people have been waiting for a new Rage for like 7 years, and I understand that the game ended on kind of a cliffhanger. Even though I didn't play it myself, I did recently buy it, and I'm really excited to get into it. I'm just not super into vehicle combat. It's the same reason that I haven't beat Mad Max. It's just vehicle combat's not really my thing, but Rage looks really interesting. I'm gonna get into it. Also gonna finish Mad Max, of course. Lots of people say it's amazing, and it was made by a bunch of great people, and it also has the combat style similar to the Arkham Knight series, which is really, really dope. So we'll see what happens. I'll probably get into it. I'll do some sort of fucking Mad Max update. That's pretty much the story on this one. I'm interested to see how it all comes down. Put your opinions in the comments down below. As this story and all the other stories, I'm obviously going to have them linked in the description down below. This article is over on IGN. It was written by Jordan Olaman. Probably just said that wrong. You guys can obviously see me looking at my computer. I'm not gonna act like I'm not. But yeah, I mean, he wrote a good article. It's really interesting, and I'm excited to see what happens. For our second story, big ol' number 2, the deuce of the day is Call of Duty Black Ops 4 teases new zombie mode. So it's not really a big thing that Call of Duty is gonna have a new zombie mode, especially the Black Ops series. I'm not exactly like blown away by this fucking information. The Nazi zombie series has been a big deal for Call of Duty, and altogether it definitely makes sense for them to have one. The way they teased it is really, really interesting. It's with a picture of this guy taking off a mask with all these weird hieroglyphs, and below it says, "Mankind's reckoning will be its salvation." So seems really interesting. This is tweeted out by Treyarch Studios, and they gave it the little hint or tagline that says, "So it begins." I'm interested to see what comes of this. I mean, I'm excited for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, just like I am for any other Call of Duty game. I think the fact that they dropped single player is really annoying, and they announced that they were going to add in a Battle Royale mode, which is really, really interesting, but also they said it's possible that they might not have the full Battle Royale, like 100v100 kind of a thing, immediately at launch. It'll be interested to see what really happens with Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I'm excited to see what happens, but honestly, I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan. But if you guys are, put it down in the comments down below. I'm excited to hear what you guys think about it. It really, like, doesn't blow me away that they teased their new zombie mode. Cool. Everybody knew you were going to do a new zombies mode. Really not that interesting. I mean, it's news because it's news, and somebody's gonna click on this shit, I guess. That's why I fucking covered it, I guess. And that story was over on IGN. It was written by Brian Barnett. So our third story for today is DEATHGARDEN puts an FPS twist on Dead by Daylight's asymmetrical PvP. So if you guys haven't played Dead by Daylight, it's essentially the same 1v4 combat that you've seen in games like Evolve beforehand. I mean, now there's Hunt the Showdown, which looks really, really interesting, which is similar but not exactly the same. Of course, Dead by Daylight is one of them. There's a lot of this genre that's been coming out, and a lot of people think it's kind of dying, like Friday the 13th. But really, I don't know if it was a genre to begin with. There was a couple games that did this, but not many did. But a lot of people are really holding on to Dead by Daylight. They think it's really interesting, and I understand they've put in a lot of really, really cool characters. Essentially, it's got this weird ass lore base to it where you like put people on a hook and all sorts of weird shit and feed them to a spider monster in the sky. Like, it's really odd, and I don't think I'll ever understand it. I mean, lore is one of my favorite things in video games, and this is just fucking weird. Like, it's just odd. It's serial killers essentially like murdering people and sacrificing them to the great god Cthulhu, the fucking spaghetti monster in the sky. Like, it's odd. I don't think I'll ever understand it. But the new game that Behavior Digital has been teasing is DEATHGARDEN. It is essentially a play on that original take of Dead by Daylight, where it is actually 4v1, but the one is a hunter, and he has things like shotguns, mines, all sorts of stuff, and essentially the four have to capture points while working together to win. And while this hunter is essentially hunting them, the four get special abilities that allow them to run faster. They get a bow to tag certain things, but altogether it doesn't seem like they'll actually be able to harm the hunter, which is really interesting. This isn't something where you're just going to be able to like Evolve, where you just have to kill the monster. No, this is, you have to flee and you have to work together to accomplish a goal, and in the end that's how you win. You don't fight the monster, you don't fight the hunter, you just survive. You run and you gain these points and then you survive. I mean, ultimately it looks really, really cool. Like I said earlier, I was never a Dead by Daylight fan. I did really enjoy Evolve. I thought it was really cool. Turtle Rock didn't really do as much with it as I thought they could. I mean, the characters were really cool. The Goliath was awesome, and I did enjoy like the Kraken and other things, but the Goliath was definitely my favorite. But I'm excited to see what comes out of this. I definitely think it's a cool genre, and I'm excited to play with my friends, but it's probably not going to be something that I really religiously play. It's not gonna be like my fucking obsession with God of War at the moment. It's not gonna be like how I play Destiny all the time, or how for some reason I'm 22 years old and I'm still playing RuneScape. Like, it's not gonna be something I pick up and then go back to consistently. I at least don't think, but at the moment it seems really cool. I mean, hell, it might blow me out of the fucking water with this gameplay. A lot of it looks really cool. It looks like fucking ninjas and cyborgs and shit, which is kind of in my vein because I'm a fan of mysticism but also sci-fi. Mixing them together is really cool. That's why I like WildStar so much, but I guess I'll just go fuck myself. It looks like DEATHGARDEN's closed alpha started pretty recently, and I think like 2 days ago by the time this is posted, so we'll see what happens. I'm imagining where I got this article on IGN, so I'm assuming they're gonna have some sort of IGN first that's gonna pop up where you guys can see that. I'll make sure I link it in other videos as well, but if you want to check out this article, it should be down below in the description. This article was written by Tom Marks, and it's over on IGN.com. This next story comes from Ethan Gatch over on Kotaku, I think is how you say his name. Really, don't hate me if I said your name wrong. I'm sorry, I'm just super bad with names. But this is Nintendo Nintendo and Sony's warranties now suck a little less. So basically what happened is the Federal Trade Commission sent letters. I'm assuming, I don't know, I did that in quotations. They probably actually sent them a letter basically saying that Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft could all face criminal charges if they did not change the wording in their warranties because of just crazy shit that happens. So if you guys didn't know, the immediate manufacturer warranty that comes to the Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox One X, I'm assuming as well, PS4, PS4 Pro, is that if you use third-party peripherals, essentially it voids your warranty. You might ask, how would they know you did that? Generally, people are dumb enough to actually tell them because they don't think it's a big deal. If people aren't informed of their warranty beforehand, why would you think about somebody asking if you used a fucking 6-axis controller or something that doesn't really exist anymore other than on PS3, but still, why would you think about that? But it seems like now they're being forced, basically under threat of fine and possible jail time, that they have to change the wording in their warranties. So now it seems like basically how they changed the wording was the only thing that they don't cover with their warranties is damage caused by these third-party peripherals. It is not the use of third-party peripherals that actually keeps you from redeeming your warranty, and they specifically specified that shipping is paid both ways, or they paid for shipping both ways. And it looks like there was actually an update to this article. So beforehand, it was that Microsoft hadn't actually clarified, hadn't changed anything, but now it looks like they've basically reached out to Kotaku and given a statement on this. A Microsoft spokesperson told Kotaku, "We are updating our warranties to clarify that having your device repaired by a third party opening your console or breaking the seal would not void the warranty. We are also further clarifying that the warranty does not apply to damage caused by users, third-party parts, or repaired by third parties." So it seems like altogether we're getting a little bit better warranties from them. Altogether, yes, the warranties were lacking beforehand, but like I said in my fucking GameStop videos like 2 or 3 videos ago, warranties kind of suck when you get them through them, and you really need to know about them. So just make sure that you check out this article. It's got in the link down below so you guys actually know what you're getting out of your Microsoft or Nintendo or Sony warranties. So this next story comes from Kotaku. It is Nathan Grayson, and he says, "Soon you'll be able to play Steam games on your phone." So this seems like kind of a weird concept. Essentially, on May 21st, Steam is going to be rolling out a new app that allows you to play the games that you currently have on your Steam account and the movies that you have on them on your phone, as long as you are seemingly on the same wireless internet or Ethernet cable that your PC with Steam installed on. I mean, that seems kind of weird and kind of limiting, especially because seemingly from this article, it does have to be connected to the same network as your PC. So if you're in your apartment or in your house where your PC is, why would you just play on your phone? I mean, I understand, like, there's certain things that, yeah, that would be cool. Like, I mean, you could take it to the bathroom, I guess. You could do that, or you could be playing in your living room when your computer setup like mine is in your bedroom. But altogether, that seems like kind of a weird thing to do. I mean, it would be cool to just be able to watch movies wherever I want in my apartment from my Steam account. I also don't buy movies all that often on my Steam account. I just literally don't think I ever have. I mean, it's gonna be cool to play Starbound, but other than that, I mean, it's not really a big thing for me, and I don't really see how this is like, how it's a big deal. It's just kind of an interesting thing, like, oh cool, I still have to be connected to the same Wi-Fi or network that my computer is on with Steam installed. But altogether, if you guys are big PC gamers and you use Steam a lot, I imagine this is cool for you. Good for you guys. I mean, it's exciting. I'm glad that you guys will soon be able to play your computer games while you're on the toilet. That's kudos, good for you guys. So this story comes from Ryan Gilliam over on Polygon, and it says Bungie can disable your guns in Destiny 2 apparently. So what's been happening is with the new release of the Warmind DLC, a lot of people are finding ways to glitch in heroic strikes, which keeps them from upgrading their exotics. Or what this is due to is because people found a way to glitch the exotic, the Rat King, into allowing them to hold more ammo than the gun initially does. So what Bungie did was they immediately disabled the ability to even use the game. So you could no longer actually use the gun, and if you had it equipped, you actually have to log out and log back in, and that gun will be taken out of your equipped slot and you could use something else, which really sucks for people who might have mained the Rat King. I mean, especially because it's got that cool exotic perk where the amount of people in your fire team that are using it as well increases the damage. That's really awesome, I imagine, for PvP. I understand that the exploit of having it with an additional amount of ammo would really suck for PvP and PvE. I mean, PvP especially, because I don't want to go against somebody with the Rat King with like 100 fucking bullets that never has to reload or anything like that, and an entire team that has that. It definitely is troubling to see that Bungie can just immediately disable a gun if they think it's broken or anything like that. And now they essentially, I'm assuming it's going to be disabled until they can update it to where this gun, this glitch, can no longer be used to increase the ammo capacity on the Rat King. I will definitely keep you guys updated on this one. It seems like there's a lot of issues coming out right now with the Warmind DLC, especially with glitches. This, the Rat King thing, and also the fact that accidentally or on purpose glitching the Heroic Strike is actually keeping people from upgrading their exotics. So it's interesting. I'll keep you guys posted on this one. So for one of our last stories of the day, we're going back over to Polygon. This one is written by Michael Wetwerder. Dude, they've got such hard names to pronounce. I don't think I'll ever, I want to give people credit for their articles, but damn, use a pen name. Jesus, this is so fucking hard. So it's Nintendo Switch isn't going to have a virtual console. So if you owned a Wii U, you know what the virtual console is, or a Wii, you know what a virtual console is. It essentially allowed you to play the old previous generation games digitally on your console, so you could play like NES and SNES games, which a lot of people aren't taking this as a loss because it's possible that not having the virtual console means that they're going to be putting out a new subscription service in a way that's like the Netflix of video games, especially with this announcement. If you didn't check out our last video, make sure you do, where we talked about the Nintendo updates. Essentially, Nintendo gave 20 games that will be playable, these retro NES games that are going to be playable, including like Ice Climbers and a bunch of other games that are going to be playable on your Nintendo Switch when the online service comes in September. So a lot of people are taking this as a hint toward this Netflix of gaming app, essentially, where you will be able to play a certain amount of NES, SNES, GameCube, Game Boy games, whatever. At the moment, it seems like mostly just NES games on your Nintendo Switch, and you'll be able to play a certain amount every month, kind of a thing. I'm interested to see how it rolls out. That one's coming out in September. I'm definitely going to keep this one updated, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on it because I'm excited to see what happens. I'm recently getting back into retro gaming. There was a lot of games I didn't get to play when I was younger because honestly I didn't get into games until I was like 13 essentially, but now I'm massively into games and I'm slowly collecting all the old games that I never got to play. I picked up a PS2. I'm trying to pick up all these different consoles, and I'm trying to play all these games that I didn't get to play, which virtual console would be really cool to have, but this Netflix of gaming would be really cool as well. And the backwards compatibility on Xbox One is also helping, especially because it allows you to play the original Xbox games. But altogether, I'm excited to see how this all goes down, especially because people like me want to play these old retro games and may have never had a choice when they were a kid. Last but not least, if you guys have a chance, go over and look at the PlayStation blogger. Just go on YouTube. I mean, you're already on YouTube if you're watching this, and type in Death's Gambit trailer. So Death's Gambit finally it's an indie game that I've been looking forward to for 2 years basically, and it looks amazing. It looks a lot like Salt and Sanctuary, but with a way better art style in my opinion. And if you're a fan of Dark Souls, make sure you check out Death's Gambit. It looks great. It's got a great pixel art style. It looks awesome. I'm so excited for this, but it finally got an announcement trailer. Not necessarily an announcement trailer. It has a release date trailer, a release trailer. So it's coming out August 14th of this year, and I'm so excited for this because I've been waiting for this fucking game for 2 years, and it looks awesome. The main character looks like fucking the Drifter from Hyper Light Drifter. I'm excited about it. I just can't wait for this game to come out. A bunch of great indie games are coming out soon, or they did just come out, so make sure you guys check out indies. I'm super excited for a lot of them. Honestly, there are a lot of great indie games coming out and that are already out, so make sure you guys just go to the indie section in categories on PlayStation Plus, check out the indie section on Steam, check it out on Microsoft, go to your fucking Nintendo Switch, 90% of that bitch is indies. Like, just check out indies. There are a lot of great ones coming out. The Arrival looks really cool. It's coming out in June. I'm actually really excited about The Arrival. I will let you guys know, I was, like, today hit up about it, about me possibly covering it, and I hadn't known about it beforehand, but while looking into it, it looks awesome. I'm really excited about it. It's a sci-fi based RPG based in crew management. That seems really interesting to me. I've never been essentially like an RTS or a strategy guy, but I am a huge sci-fi guy, so I'm excited to see what happens. But seriously, support indie creators and support indie games. Literally, like, they live or die based on our dollars. So if these games, any games, Death's Gambit, The Arrival, Swords of Ditto, fucking Bastion, any of these games might appeal to you guys, just pick them up. They're great. You're not going to regret it. And that's it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you guys like to talk to me outside of Fanboy Talks, outside of the channel, you can follow me at Hyde Legion on Twitter. I tweet there about just really stupid stuff, anime, shit about video games. If Thor dropped his hammer from outer space, would it basically decimate the earth like a railgun? Just weird shit, stuff like that. So make sure you guys follow me there. If you guys like this video, click the like button. If you disliked it, click the dislike button and just leave a comment down below. Give me some constructive criticism. Please don't say like, oh, I fucking hate you, just random ass shit. Yeah, don't say that. Just constructive criticism would be nice. And that's about it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.